Hey there, did you know that Doritos are some of the most popular chips in the United States? So today I am going to be showing you 5 of my family's all-time favorite recipes using Doritos. I know it might seem a little bit different, but I could assure you, you are going to be wanting to put every single one of these recipes today on your meal plan. They are that good. Let's head to my kitchen and start cooking. Okay, you guys, my husband absolutely loves this taco pie, so that's what we're starting today off with. To the pan on my stove, I added a pound of ground beef. I'm going to break this ground beef up and cook it through. While it's cooking away, we're going to start on our pie dish. So I have a regular sized pie dish right here. I sprayed it with nonstick spray. Then I grabbed an 8-ounce can of crescent dough, and I'm going to line the bottom of my pie dish with the crescent dough, kind of just like this. And then you're going to want to pinch the seams in so it is covering the bottom of the dish. In this Ziploc bag right here, I have about a half a bag of nacho cheese Doritos, and as you see, I am just crushing the Doritos with my hand until they're kind of like super crumbly, just like this. I'm sprinkling half of the bag on top of the crescent dough, and then I just spread it out back over to the ground beef. Now that it's cooked through, I added in a third cup of water and about 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning. I will give this a stir. Then I'm going to bring this ground beef mixture over to the pie dish, and I'm going to sprinkle the ground beef mixture over the Doritos. After you're through with that, just spread that ground beef out as even as possible. And now we're going to be making the sour cream mixture. All it is 1 cup of sour cream and a third cup of salsa mixed together. This little mixture really elevates this recipe and makes it taste so good. After you're finished mixing it together, spread it over the top of the ground beef layer. Now I'm going to sprinkle about 3/4 cup of Mexican style cheese over the sour cream mixture, then sprinkle the remaining Doritos over the top. The last thing you'll do is drizzle about 1/4 cup of melted butter over the top of the Doritos. Bake this in a preheated oven to 325 degrees for about 25 to 30 minutes, or until the crescent dough is starting to get golden brown. Here's my plate of food. We like to top ours with our favorite taco toppings to really make this extra good, but you are going to love this dinner. It is so easy to make and my entire family loves it, especially my husband will. Now we're making this ranch chicken casserole, and I've made this one on my channel in the past, but oh boy, it is so good. I can make it every week and not get tired of it. You'll want to add 3 cups of cooked shredded chicken into a big bowl. I cooked up my chicken in the Instant Pot, then I shredded it from there, but you could also use a rotisserie chicken if you'd like. Next, I added in a half a cup of sour cream, followed by a third cup of milk. Then I added in 1 can of cream of chicken soup. Then add in 1 can of rotel. Next, add in a half a cup of Mexican style cheese, and for the seasonings, it really is pretty simple, but these seasonings are bold. Add in a tablespoon of taco seasoning and a tablespoon of ranch seasoning. Give this a stir. I pulled out a 9x13 baking dish, and I'm spraying it with plenty of nonstick spray. To the bottom of the baking dish, you'll want to sprinkle about 1 cup of crushed Cool Ranch Doritos, or you could use nacho cheese Doritos, whatever you prefer. Pour the casserole right over the top of the Doritos and then spread it out to the best of your ability. Over the top of the casserole, sprinkle about a cup more crushed Doritos, and then sprinkle a half a cup of Mexican style cheese over the top. Bake this in a preheated oven to 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. Once it's out of the oven, you could serve it up. If you haven't tried this chicken casserole out yet, you absolutely need to. This is the type of chicken casserole where you could eat bowls and bowls of this without realizing you're eating bowls and bowls of this, because it is that good. We love this in my house, and I love making it for my family. If I was stranded on an island and I was allowed just one pasta salad, I think I would choose this taco pasta salad. It is that good. So to the pan on my stove, I added a pound of ground beef. I'm going to break it up and cook it through. While it is cooking away, I'm going to start on the pasta. So to this pot of boiling water, I'm adding in 16 ounces of rotini pasta. I'm just going to cook it according to the package instructions. Now that my ground beef is cooked through, I added in a third a cup of water along with 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning. Give this a stir and then let this cool down completely. Now that my pasta is completely cooked through, I'm just going to strain it over the sink in my over the sink strainer. And then I am going to rinse the pasta with cold water just to help it cool down completely, because you don't want your pasta hot when preparing it in your bowl. So now over to my large bowl, I'm adding my cooled down pasta in there along with the cooled down ground beef mixture. Next, you're going to want to add in a drained and rinsed can of black beans along with a drained can of corn, 2 cups of shredded iceberg lettuce. I do suggest you using the iceberg lettuce because it's super crunchy. Next, add in 1 cup of diced tomatoes, a half a cup of sliced green onions, 1 diced avocado, 1 cup of crushed nacho cheese Doritos, and then the last thing you're going to add in is your dressing. I definitely recommend you using this creamy French dressing. I used 16 ounces of it. It just gives this pasta salad so much great flavor. I know it's a little bit different type of dressing, but it is so good. Give this a good stir. You know how some pasta salads are kind of boring and dry? Well, this one is not at all. It has a nice crunch from the Doritos, and then all of the different flavors in this pasta salad make it 10 out of 10. It is so good. Now we're making these crispy chicken strips. So to begin, you'll need about a half a bag of nacho cheese Doritos for this recipe, or you could use really any type of Doritos you like. So I'm placing half the bag into a large gallon-sized Ziploc bag right now, and then I'm just going to crush the Doritos with a rolling pin until they're super fine, almost like a panko breadcrumb type of texture. You could also do this in a food processor if you'd like. I placed the crushed Doritos into this bowl. Into my second bowl, I'm going to add 2 eggs in there, and I'm going to whisk those eggs up. In a third bowl, I'm going to add in 1 cup of all-purpose flour along with some seasonings, just simple seasonings like garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, salt, and pepper. Give this flour mixture a whisk. I have my sheet pan here and I have it lined with parchment paper. Next, I have about 1.5 pounds of chicken tenderloins right here, or you could use thin chicken breast, whatever you prefer. Dip each chicken tenderloin in the flour mixture. Next, coat it in the egg. Then lastly, coat it super duper well in the Doritos. This baked in a preheated oven to 400 degrees for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes of baking, I removed it from the oven and I flipped the chicken over. You're going to want to bake this in the oven for an additional 5 minutes or until the chicken's completely cooked through. These chicken tenders are so crispy, you'll think that they're fried, but of course they're baked. They're just super good. We like to dip ours in barbecue sauce, and I served them alongside of a side salad with balsamic dressing for the dressing. I could eat taco salad non-stop at this time of year, so now that is what I'm making. To the pan on my stove, I'm going to cook up 1 pound of ground beef. While that's cooking away, I'm going to prepare my vegetables. I'll dice 2 Roma tomatoes, some green onions, an avocado, and then a large iceberg lettuce. Just cut that into smaller pieces. I'll set these vegetables to the side. Now that my ground beef is cooked up, I'm going to add in about 1 tablespoon of ranch seasoning, seasoning and a tablespoon of taco seasoning, along with a third a cup of water. I do want to mention, if you have a lot of grease left over in the pan from the ground beef, just remove any excess grease in the pan before you add the seasonings in. But give this a stir and let the ground beef cool down completely before you put it into this bowl. So into this large bowl, I'm adding all the veggies that we just cut up, along with 1 can of mixed chili beans. I did drain and rinse that can. Then I added in about 2 cups of crushed Doritos, then add in 1 cup of Mexican style cheese along with the taco meat. Now add in 10 ounces of Catalina dressing. I know that dressing might seem a little different. It's not a dressing I use every day, but it works for this salad so well. Give it a stir and then you could serve it up. This taco salad is so scrumptious. Like I said, that salad dressing really ties this taco salad all together. I can make it so often and just not get tired of it. I have plenty more videos like this on my channel, so make sure you're subscribed down below the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.